Course name Total Quality Management. Course code U18PEME044. Topic Introduction to TQM Total Quality Management. Lecture delivered by VP Durraj, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. What is total quality management? Total, made up of whole. Quality, degree of excellence, a product of service provides. Management, act, art, or manner of handling, controlling, directing, etc. TQM is the art of managing the whole to achieve excellence. In this subject, we are going to discuss introduction to total quality management, important reasons for TQM, characteristics of TQM, basic concepts of TQM, basic principles of TQM, barriers to TQM, potential benefits to TQM. Introduction to quality. Quality is a relative term. It is generally used with reference to the end use of the product. For example, one could argue that a gear used in wristwatch is of better quality than a gear used in automobile gearboxes. But both gears are considered of good quality if they perform satisfactorily the intended functions. Quality is a judgment by customers or users of a product. That is, quality is a customer determination, not an engineer's determination. Prior to the 20th century, quality is an art. Demands overcome potential production. It is an era of workmanship. Quality is the extent to which the customers or users believe the product or service exceeds their needs and expectations. For example, a customer who purchases an automobile has certain expectations, one of which is that automobile engine will start when it is turned on. If the engine fails to start, the customer's expectation will not have been met, and the customer will perceive the quality of the car as poor. Quality does not mean as expensive product. On the contrary, it is fitness for use of the customer. Historical review of quality management. In 19th centuries, Tyler made the scientific approach to management resulting if relationship of work, rationalization of work and its breakdown leads to greater need for standardization, inspection, and supervision. Late 1930s, quality standards and approaches are introduced in France and Japan. Beginning of SQC, reliability, and maintenance engineering. In 1945, founding of Japan Standard Association and American Society for Quality Control. In 1950, visit of Deming in Japan at the intervention of Ishikawa, who published a book on quality management. The principle of quality developed over the years starting from inspection, formal evaluation of certain characteristics in a product to determine its acceptability, quality control. It is a system of routine technical activities to measure and control the quality products. Quality assurance, all those systematic and planned activities which provides adequate confidence that the manufactured products are meeting the requirements. Quality management, all management activities and functions involved in determining quality policy and its implementation through quality planning, assurance, and control. Total quality management. It is the comprehensive and structured approach to organization management seeks to improve quality of products by customer, employee involvements, and continuous improvement. Dimension of quality. Quality has many dimensions. The dimensions of quality are nothing but the various others aspects of product of service by using which the customer may evaluate the quality of the product or service. Performance, features, reliability, conformance, durability, serviceability, aesthetics, perceived quality or dimension, 8 dimensions of quality. Performance. It is the primary operating characteristics of the product. How well the product performs the customer's intended use. Features. Features are nothing but the secondary or special characteristics of the product that appeal to customers. The features supplement the product's basic functioning. Conformance. Conformance is meeting specification or applicable standards, whether applicable such as national standards, international standards, and industry standards. It is the degree to which physical and performance characteristics of a product pre-established standards. Reliability. Reliability is the probability of product surveying over a specified period of time under stated condition of use. It is the consistency of performance of the product over time. It is measured by means time between features. Means time between features, MTBF. Durability. Durability is the measure of product life or the useful life of the product. It is the length of time or amount of use before needing to be repaired or replaced. Serviceability. Serviceability is the ability to repair a product quickly and easily. It is the resolution of problems and the complaints of the product. It is the speed, cost, and convenience of repairs and maintenance. Aesthetics. Aesthetics is the effect of human senses such as look, smell, or sound. Aesthetics may include but not limited to the appearance of the product, the finish, color, etc. Reputation. Reputation is nothing but the perceived quality. It is a subjective assessment resulting from image, advertising, or brand names. Introduction to Total Quality Management. Total Quality Management (TQM) has captured the worldwide attention in recent years. TQM has become a buzzword for all the successful business organizations world over. All organizations have realized the potential benefits of TQM approach. Important reasons for TQM. It has become a question of survival in the intense competitive environment. Increasing customer consciousness all over the world. Need for earning profit instead of making profit. Crucial role played by organizational issues in quality management. Some characteristics of TQM. TQM is a customer-oriented management system. TQM is a teamwork. It requires organization-wide involvement. TQM is about achieving results by products-based approach. TQM recognizes internal customer-supplier relationship and considers suppliers as part of the organization's processes. TQM aims to instill a prevention, not an inspection ethic. TQM interlinks and integrates the various subsystems of the organization. Some basic concepts of TQM. Top management commitment. Top management should participate and completely involved in the total quality program. Focus on the customer. Achieving customer satisfaction is the heart of TQM. The effective involvement and utilization of the entire workforce. This concept is sometimes referred as principle of employees involvement. That is, TQM is a teamwork. Continuous involvement, continuous improvement. TQM is based on the quest for progress and improvement. TQM used various quality tools and techniques for the purchase of a better way of doing things, better use of the company's total quality resources. Some basic principles of TQM. Customers' requirements must be met the first time, every time. Everybody must be involved from all levels and across all functions. Regular two-way communication with staff at all levels of is must. A culture of continuous improvement must be established. Every job must add value. Quality improvement must eliminate waste and reduce total cost. There must be a focus on the prevention of problems. There must be focus on teamwork. Some barriers, obstacles to TQM. Lack of management commitment. lack of faith in and support to TQM activities among management personnel, failure to appropriate TQM as a cultural revolution, misunderstanding about the concept of TQM, improper planning, lack of effective communication, non-application of proper tools and techniques, inadequate use of empowerment and teamwork, potential benefits of TQM, tangential benefits, improved product quality, improved productivity, reduced quality costs, increased market and customers, increased profitability, reduced employee grievances. Intangible benefits, improved employee participation, improved teamwork, improved working relationship, improved customer satisfaction, improved communication, enhancement of job interest, enhanced problem solving capacity, better company image. Then second one is total quality management, the same course code U18PE 044, topic TQM principles. TQM principles are consists of customer satisfaction, employee involvement, teams and teamwork, continuous process improvement, partnering, performance appraisal. Customer satisfaction. Quality is a measure of customer satisfaction. It is obvious that business cannot survive without satisfied customers. Therefore, PQM's purpose is meeting or exceeding the customer's expectation so that the customers are delighted. It is understood that the customer satisfaction must be primary goal of any organization. Therefore, it is essential that every employee in the organization understand the importance of the customer. Customer feedback, support, innovative, quality, excellent, friendly. These are all compared with service. Quality is what customer perceives it to be. However, as the customers go on changing their needs, the quality level needs are to be improved continuously to meet the customer's demand. That's why the basic concept of TQM philosophy is continuous process improvement. How a customer complaint is handled with affect the overall level of customer satisfaction and may affect long-term customer loyalty. Thus, it is important for enterprises to have clear procedures for dealing rapidly with any customer complaints. The number of dissatisfied customers should be reduced as much as possible in order to so customers' feedback must be continuously solicited and monitored. In order to show, customers' feedback must be continuously solicited and monitored. Employee involvement. Employee involvement is the backbone of a TQM movement. An effective TQM effort requires the total involvement from every person at all levels in the organization. Employee involvement leads to meet the organization goals and objectives. It also improves the quality and productivity at all levels of the organization. Some of the important aspects of employee involvement are employee motivation, employee empowerment, teamwork, recognition and reward schemes, and performance appraisal. Employee motivation. In simple words, motivation is the process of including people inner drives and action towards certain goals and committing their energies to achieve these goals. Importance of motivation. Motivation improves involvement. Motivation promotes job satisfaction and thus reduces absenteeism and turnover. Motivation helps in securing a high level of performance and enhances efficiency and productivity. Motivation creates a congenial working atmosphere in the organization and thus promotes interpersonal cooperation. Theories of motivation. In order to understand and improve the employee involvement, it is essential to assimilate the underlying theories of motivation. McLean's theory of needs or three needs theory, achievement, affiliation, power. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self-actualization, esteem, love and belonging, safety needs, psychological needs, physiological needs, employee empowerment. Empowerment is the process of giving employees in the organization the power, authority, responsibility. Empowerment is the process of giving employees in the organization the power, authority, responsibility, resources, freedom to take decisions and solve work-related problems. In order to take such relative initiatives and decisions, they are given adequate authority and resources. The empowerment employee becomes self-directed and self-controlled. Empowerment focuses on employees to make use of their full potentiality, resources, freedom to take decisions and solve work-related problems. In order to take such initiatives and decisions, they are given adequate authority and resources. The empowered employee becomes self-directed and self-controlled. Empowerment focuses on employees to make use of their full potential. Benefits of teamwork: quick solution, improve productivity, distribution of workload, diversity of ideas, better decision, motivation, learning. Teamwork because may heads are more knowledgeable they work. Each member of the team has special abilities that can be used to solve problems. Many processes are so complex that one person cannot be knowledgeable concerning the entire process. Second, the whole is than the sum of its members. The whole is greater than the sum of its members. The interaction within the team produces results that exceeds the contribution of each member. Third, team members develop a rapport with each other that allows them to do better job. Finally, team provides the vehicle for improved communication, thereby increasing their likelihood of successful solution. Team. We define a team as a group of people who have a commitment to produce a result. Teamwork. The ability to cooperate and communicate effectively with others to achieve a common goal. Recognition and reward. Recognition. It is a process whereby management shows acknowledgement of an employee's outstanding performance. Recognition is a form of employee positive motivation. Recognition of employees is highly essential as people find themselves in an accepted and winning role. Reward. Reward it is a tangible one, such as increased salaries, commissions, cash bonus, gain sharing, etc. to promote desirable behavior. Types of rewards. The rewarding system is classified into two groups. Intrinsic, intrinsic rewards. These are related to feelings of accomplishment or self-worth. Extrinsic, extrinsic rewards. These are related to pay or compensation issues. Continuous process improvement. Quality-based organization should strive to achieve perfection by continuously improving the business and production process. Continuous process improvement is designed to utilize the resources of the organization to achieve a quality-driven culture. Individuals must think, act, and speak quality. An organization attempts to reach a single-minded link between quality and work execution by educating its constitutions to continuously analyze and improve their own work, the processes, and their work group. There are four primary improvement strategies: repair, refinement, innovation, and reinvention. Choosing the right strategy for the right situation is critical. It is also true that proper integration of the strategies will produce never-ending improvement. Partnering. Partnering is defined as a continuing relationship between a buying firm and a supplying firm, involving a commitment over an extended time period, an exchange of information, and acknowledgement of the risk and rewards of the relationship. The relationship between customer and supplier should be based upon trust, dedication to common goals and objectives, and an understanding of each party's expectations and values. Benefits of partnering: improved quality, reduced cost, increased productivity, increased efficiency, increased market share, increased opportunity for innovation, and continuous improvement of products or services. Key elements of partnering: long-term commitment, trust, shared vision. Performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is a systematic and objective assessment or evaluation of performance and contribution of an individual. It is a systematic and objective way of judging the worth, relative worth of an employee in performing his task. It is a systematic, periodic, and an impartial rating of an employee's excellence in matters pertaining to his present job and his potential for a better job. Objective for the performance appraisal. The purpose of performance appraisal are: they identify employee for salary revision, promotion, transfer, demotion, and layoff. To take an organizational of inventory people, skills, and potential for comparing it with its needs. To determine training and development needs of the employees. To motivate employees by providing feedback on their performance levels. To know personal strength and weakness of different individuals. Objective for the performance appraisal continuation: to establish a basis for research and reference for personal decisions in future, to guide the individual to plan job and personal objectives and to help him in career planning, to validate the selection procedures, to improve communication in an organization, to make the supervisors and executives more observant to their subordinates. Then last one is total quality management, same course code U18PE ME044. Topic is statistical process control, SPC. Statistical process control. The 7 tools of quality, statistical fundamentals, measures of central tendency of expressions are going to be discussed. The 7 tools of quality. Problem solving, that is the isolation of and analysis of a problem, the isolation and analysis of a problem, and the development of a permanent solution. It is an integral part of process improvement in a TQM organization. An effective organization uses process solving tools and techniques to create value through process improvement. Problem solving tools and techniques are essential to effective process improvement because they help teams uncover the root causes of problems and help them develop solutions to eliminate the problems. The Japanese quality guru Ishikawa proposed 7 basic tools, 7 QC tools based on statistical techniques to facilitate successful accomplishment of quality improvement objectives. Statistical tools purpose. Flowchart for depicting the essential steps of process by using standard symbols. Check sheet for systematic data gathering for tabulating the frequency of occurrence. Histogram for graphically displaying the frequency distribution of the numerical data. Pareto diagram for identifying the vital few causes that account for a dominant share of quality loss. Cause and effective diagram for identifying and analysis the potential causes of given problem. Scatter diagram for depicting the relationship between two variables. Control chart for identifying process variation and signaling corrective action to be taken. Flowchart. A process flowchart is logical, relatively easy to understand chart, which displays how a process operates via using standard symbols to represent activity. The flow chart will be show each activity within a process, all the potential decisions, stages, and changes in the activity resulting from each decision. The various activities gathered by arrows showing how the process shows between one action to another before and after decision are taken. Check sheet is a simple document that used for collecting data in real time and at the location where the data is generated. The document is typically a blank form that is designed for the quick, easy, and efficient recording of the desired information, which can be either quantitative or qualitative. The histogram is a kind of bar chart showing a distribution of variables of causes of problems. In short, a histogram is a bar chart, especially in TQM. It shows the frequency of cause of a problem. Pareto diagram. A Pareto chart is one of the key tools used in quality management, and Six Sigma method is basically a bar chart showing how much each cause contributes to an outcome or effect. Cause and effect diagram. The cause and effect diagram is a method for analyzing process dispersion. The diagram's purpose is a relate causes and effects. Three basic types: dispersion analysis, process classification, and cause enumeration. Effect equal to problem to be resolved, opportunity to be grasped, result to be achieved. Scatter diagram. Scatter diagram is a simple graphical device to depict the relationship between two variables composed of a historical horizontal axis containing the measured values of one variable and a vertical axis. Control chart, also called Shewhart chart, statistical process control chart. The control chart is a graph used to study how a process changes over time. Data are plotted in time order. A control chart always has a center line for the very average, an upper line for the upper control limit, and lower line for the lower control limit. Statistical fundamentals. Statistics is defined as a science that deals with the collection, tabulation, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of quantitative data. Application. Statistical techniques are applicable in all situations where quantification is possible. The statistical analysis has become indispensable to practically affect every field that exists. For example, engineering, commerce, industry, trade, economics, life science, physical sciences, medical sciences, etc. use the statistical techniques. Data versus information. Data can be defined as a collection of related observations. Information can be defined as a process data. Statistical fundamentals, types of data. In statics, data can be categorized into two types: attribute data and variable data. The data obtained by counting or discrete or attribute data, while data obtained by actual measurement are continuous or variable data. In other words, all qualitative characters are known as an attribute, and those characteristics that can be quantified and measurable are known as variables. Attributes: number of defective pieces found in a sample, percentage of accurate invoices, weekly number of accidents in a factory, number of lost parcels, number of complaints, mistakes in a week, monthly number of tools rejected, percentage of on-time shipments, errors per thousand slides of code, percentage of absenteeism. These are the examples for attributes. Variables: dimension of a part measured, temperature during heat treatment, tensile strength of steel bar, time waiting for service, hours per week correcting documents, time to process travel expense accounts, days from order received to shipment, cost of engineering changes per month, time between system crashes, cost of rush shipments. These are the examples for variables. Collection of data. The collection of data constitutes the starting point of any statistical investigation. Statistical investigation. Tabular presentation of data. The most famous form of tabulation of a single variable characteristics is by formation of frequency distribution. Here, under this, one tabular column is given. For example, see, you can see in that mark into KF class 60 to 69, 70 to 79, 80 to 89, 90 to 99, like that. Here, number of students. How many students? In 60 to 69, 4 students. 70 to 79, 8 students. 80 to 89, 5 students. 90 to 99, 3 students. See, if you are going to cumulative frequency, total students 20, in the cumulative frequency, 60 to 69, 4. 60 to 79, 12. 60 to 89, 17. 60 to 99, 20. Statistical fundamentals: measures of central tendency or measures of location or measures of accuracy. A measure of central tendency of distribution is numerical value that describes the central position of the data. The measures of average value are known as measures of central tendency because they measure the central value around which the data tends to cluster. The three measures of central tendency generally used are mean, median, and mode. Statistical fundamentals: mean, median, mode. Mean is equal to arithmetical mean. That means average. Mean equal to sum of all data divided by total number of data. Median is equal to the value of middle data point. Mode is equal to value of the data that occurs the most. This is the graphical representation for symmetrical distribution and asymmetrical distribution of statistical fundamentals. Here, that symmetrical distribution, mean, median, mode, all are in same line. But in asymmetrical distribution, mode, median, mean are in various area. Statistical fundamentals: mean, median, mode, measure of dispersion or measures of precision. The measure of dispersion indicates the scattering of data. It explains the disparity of data from one another, delivering a precise view of the distribution of data. The measure of dispersion displays and gives us an idea about the variation and central value of an individual item. In other words, dispersion is the extent to which values in a distribution differ from the average of the distribution. It gives us an idea about the extent to which individual items vary from one another and from the central value. The three measures of dispersion generally used are range, mean deviation, and standard deviation. Statistical, here the range is defined as the difference between the highest and lowest observation. See, one example given, ages of students 13, 13, 14, 14, 14, 15, 15, 15, 15, 16, 16, 16. Here the range is highest minus lowest. 16 minus 3, range is 3. Here range, we can say the graphical representation from start to end, like that. Statistical fundamental mean deviation. The mean deviation is the mean of the observed differences of the values from the mean, median and mode. Since mean deviation uses all the observations of the data, it is better. See here this line diagram given for each and every mean given. What are the things available here? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 2, minus 1.5, minus 1. These are all the left side lines. And the right side 3, 3, 2, 1.5, like that. These are all the graphical representation for mean deviation. Then standard deviation. The most important and the most powerful measure of dispersion is the standard deviation. The standard deviation is a measure of the spread of the data. Standard deviation is computed as the square root of the mean of the squares of the differences of the various values from their mean. That means standard deviation is equal to root of sigma of x minus x bar whole square divided by n. The smaller value of standard deviation, the better quality.